Anyway, we're talking about how a friend of ours he currently has a psychology degree, which is not relevant to the current position he has in his workplace.
Oh, I think it's sociology.
Yeah, I think it's sociology too. But regardless, like, he has and I told you I was going to make a podcast on you, bro, so I hope you're listening. But he has a computer engineering work position, which has nothing to do with his degree, and he has no other IT experience regarding to where he's currently at. And Blue is a little pissed about that because he actually studied the position, and he actually wants to be in this field, and he's really passionate about it. He's been through millions of applications and several interviews, and just hasn't been having any good luck. So, Blue, would you like to start us off today?
All right, first off, fuck America. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that this is actually, like, I actually met. It's like one of those things where you've heard of these situations happening and just like, man, that's real messed up. But then when you actually see it and it's standing right in front of you and it's a living thing, it's not just a legend. It's like, really though?
Oh, and before we even continue, everybody, this will be more, I guess, on the rantier side. So just FYI, you have been warned.
Man, on a friggin' rant. I can't believe this. I can't believe this is actually happening to me right now. I met a guy who got his relax. No, don't relax. Nah. I met a guy who graduated with sociology, psychology degree. Absolutely nothing to do with computers, nothing to do with IT, squat, besides maybe typing a paper or two. That is about it. Has no experience.
None at all.
None. I asked him and he said, yeah, I don't know nothing about computers. I was just like, so how did you get this position?
Bro.
Because he doesn't even know.
Bro, and we were playing D&D. Joey was there as well. My man doesn't even know how to build a gaming PC, bro.
Oh,
it's
man.
crazy. Like, I'm not knocking him. Of course, he can just simply learn. But he didn't even know that going in. And this was like a couple weeks ago.
Man. Where's a table I can flip? Damn it.
Oh, man.
Like, this is freaking nuts. Like, are you serious right now? Like, I've heard my father talk about this shit before, where he's been working at his job and he's been trying to move up and stuff like that. But, you know, it's just whatever. Like, they just haven't been moving him up. And then there's this one random guy who comes out of nowhere who has no experience in the job. I think he's just like some immigrant from Mexico or some shit like that. And then they moved him up out of nowhere. Like, he got the job and then they moved him up. And he has absolutely no experience, no college degree or nothing like that in the field, and they moved him up. For what? I have absolutely no clue. This is exactly the same situation. I've been sitting here, I'm in IT. I mean, I'm not the best IT person in the world or even in my school. I understand that. But at least I am trying, and as I'm learning, I'm getting a whole lot better at everything that I could possibly do about IT. And I'm still looking for a job currently. And I've had, 3 interviews for the most part ever since I left school. And so far, nothing. Still looking for jobs. I'm pretty sure I've applied to at least 70 jobs.
With the addition of me trying to help him get references and referrals and like any open positions, because sometimes I get emails from like recruiters and stuff like that, so I'll just forward them on to Blue, you know, just so he can have a better chance at getting something.
Literally everything. TJ's giving me referrals. Joey's giving me referrals. Joey's parents are giving me referrals. I got people that graduated from schools that are trying to help me out and get jobs, and I'm just still here, waiting because I got the experience. I have some type of knowledge on the field.
Yes.
I don't know how this one individual. I'm not trying to knock him or anything like that. I'm glad that he's able to get a position and able to work and stuff like that. I just don't know how somebody who has absolutely no experience in the field managed to get ahead of all the other motherfuckers that know as much as I do, maybe even more. I don't understand. How does that happen?
I mean, that's how it goes. Like, it's like, if there's one thing I think you'll really, really learn to be true, as much bull as it is that, you know, that saying, like, it's not what you know, it's who you know. That's literally how almost everything works. Like, yeah, you're like, if it's an even playing field, your qualifications come into play. But I mean, like, even with me and TJ giving you referrals, if you would have gotten a job and then there was some other dude like standing outside the building, like, let's say where TJ works, let's say he's like standing outside the building, like holding a keyboard, crying in the rain because he wants a job. Like, the fact that you knew TJ got you a job, like, so, you know, is who you know. I mean, like, in our friend's case, he honestly, from what I understand, he like got transitioned into the job. So I think that's more from what I understand of it. Like, yeah, he doesn't know anything about it, because I mean, you know, if I was in your position, I was looking for a job, and then some guy who was like a math major got hired as a tech writer, I'd probably be flipping tables too. I would be flipping tables. Tables will be flipped. All the tables will be flipped. I'd buy tables to flip them. But like, it seemed like he transitioned into the job, and I think as like the side cut of this discussion can be like, sometimes you have to apply outside of your field to get into your field, because I mean, sometimes that's how it goes. Like, it's bull for sure. It doesn't make any sense. But I mean, even at my job, they encourage quote unquote lateral movement. And literally, from my understanding, I mean, if anybody from work hears this, they can correct me if I'm wrong, whatever the case may be. But it's literally like, you'll be in a certain position and they'll be like, hey, you want to go work over there? You have no experience over there. None at all. You don't know what's going on over there. And they'll be like, yeah, you can go work over there. They'll teach you. Like, what? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Just go. Seriously, it's a thing. Well, it's one of the things in my job where it's like, people will transition from one job to another. And granted, when you've been at the company long enough, you kind of learn how to do a little bit of everything. But I've even been approached with as little time as I've been there, and they'd be like, oh, so I hear you're a tech writer. Like, yeah, you want to work in QA? What? So they'd be like, well, you're a writer, right? Yeah. So do you work with computers in your spare time? Well, yeah, you'll probably do QA, then we could teach you. Don't have a degree. That's not important. Like, what?
Seriously, bro.
What do you mean?
And we were also talking about how, because in case you guys didn't know, we're all Christian and whatnot, and I have no problem revealing that at all, but we were...
The secret's out.
I know, right? Seriously. But no, we were talking about, like, just a job in general. I brought out the point that I think God is really in control of the workspace, because all these things are happening for a freaking reason, bro. Like, it's not, you know how triggered you would have to be if I got like a psychology major or a biology major, whatever it may be. It doesn't matter if it's not related to the actual job I'm in right now. I would be mad. I would just be upset. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got Blue here. He wants to work in IT, and he's just not getting a shot at it. But at the same time, I have told him that don't stress too much, because if you don't get the job, it's probably just not meant for you at that point in time. And there's definitely most likely going to be something better. So, and I was reading this the other day, how you definitely don't want to force anything, but you do want to be consistent and working hard and want something, but, you know, do not force anything to happen, like, ever. Just kind of go with the flow and, you know, take a chill pill, step back a little bit. And Blue, I'm sure you've already been through this after, you know, applying to millions of positions. I'm sure you've taken a breather every now and then to sit back and say, man, like, what is going on and whatnot. So, but I say all that to say,
freaking month vacation.
Oh, yeah. You know, I say all that to say, you know, your time will definitely come. And even with me, like, I got fortunate enough, because in my living situation, you know, my mom actually moved out when she got remarried, but that's another story for another day. So she was like, so you might want to go on and find a roommate to help pay the bills while I go move in with my husband. So I'm like, okay. Real life is happening right now, this very moment in time. So this was a couple years ago. So, you know, everything worked out. Like, don't get me wrong, everything freaking worked out. I found a roommate. I was able to get, and I was still attending college, so I didn't have time to work a full-time job. So that's what was a little scary about it, you know. But she was, God bless, she was there to help me with the bills the first few months. But after the ball was rolling, you know, I just found myself in these particular situations to where me and my roommate were able to, you know, afford bills and rent and food and stuff like that, and learn how to live a life, you know, be a true man pretty much. But no, it worked out. And a few years of having a roommate, I actually got a job, the job I'm at right now, actually, before graduating college. So, like, if I can do it, like, and I didn't know anybody. Like, I was, like, blue at that point in time. I applied to hundreds of jobs, like, hundreds. And the very last job I applied for, I got. I know it's going to sound like it's a made-up story or whatever, but I was just at the point, like, man, maybe I should just give up and stop trying and just focus on college 100% or whatever. So, like I said, when it came down to the very last application, I was like, okay, let me go on and put this in at this company, which I won't name, and I'll just see what happens. If I don't get it, I'm just going to be full college boy from this point on. And sure enough, I got a call 2 days later, and I pretty much got hired on the spot. So, Blue, your time will definitely come.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I guess to add more unnecessary optimism on top of TJ's. Like, I mean, I work as a tech writer. So for anybody out there who doesn't know what it is, it's literally the boring form of being a writer. I use guides, all that, whatever. But I mean, Blue, you lived with me. You know, going into school, people, like, we could be hanging out and people like, oh, what's your major? You'd be like, oh, I'm in IT. Or back when you were an engineer, be like, oh, I'm an engineer. Pat would be like, he's in hospitality, wants to own his own restaurant. Jeff is like sciences. Like, everybody else has to get to me, they're like, oh, I'm a writer. And they'd be like, so what jobs can you get outside of, like, write a book and hope that you hit, like, Harry Potter success? And at the time, I was like, I'll find something. I don't know what, but I'll find something. Like, and I mean, it was my fortune that, kind of like TJ, I was able to work with my mom, and also some work with my dad, and I was able to, like, stuff that onto my resume to get my foot in the door in some places. But, like, it's so much of who you know, and more than anything, I think beyond, like, who you know is how you present yourself. Like, I mean, obviously, like, it's not like I can, like, sit in an interview with anybody. But one of the things that I learned that really sold my current job on hiring me was the fact that I wasn't acting like I was brand new. Because, I mean, I think a lot of people our age, like, they go into jobs and they're like, oh, please give me a chance. And I went there and I was like, do I want to work for you? Like,
yeah,
like, sell me on me working with you. This is not me hoping that you hire me. This is you hoping that you have the honor of working with me. Sell me on it. Like, and I just carried that attitude. I mean, I wasn't, like, cocky or anything, but I'm also not about to let people, talk down to me, walk over me, whatever the case may be. And they said that showed in my interview. Like, I'm not, don't let yourself be walked over. Don't let yourself get to a point where you're so frustrated that you're looking for a job, that you're begging for a job, whatever the case may be. But, I mean, yeah, it's all about, like, of course, who you know, but then, like, setting yourself aside or out from the crowd. Like, when you interview, they have to, like, remember you as that person who interviewed, especially in IT, because y'all got it rough. I kind of had it easy as a writer, because, like, there's, like, 10 writers in Georgia. Like, all of Georgia. There's, like, 10 of us. But, so, like, it was easy for me to stand out, because I have a, like, significantly smaller group of competition, but, like, everybody does IT. Like, 4-year-olds are doing IT right now. So
yeah, dude, 4-year-olds are learning how to code right now at this very point.
Yeah, like,
freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, so, like, you guys' competition when it comes to standing out is much, much harder than mine will ever be. At least until I get into the creative space, and then I'm like I go from like getting no resistance to like going to like galactic levels of like interstellar war fighting and trying to get my name out there. It's gonna be a heck of a change for me. But yeah, like because I definitely feel you on the frustration, because I've heard people at my job who have been like, they'll be like the VP of something, like the VP of like GUI development or something, like, oh, what'd you go to school for? No, I was so there's one guy actually who is like our friend. He was a psych major. And I was just staring at him like, so what happened? Because this is, but then when you think about the reverse of it, you'll always hear about those people who are like, I went to school and I was like a dancing major, or I was like like an artist or a history major, or even if it's people who are in like computer sciences and they end up in some other random job, I guarantee you they got there because of someone they knew.
Yeah.
Or like setting themselves apart in some way, shape, or form. Because I know people in QA who went to school. I know one guy who's in our QA department who didn't go to school at all. He just doesn't have a degree. He just showed up one day and then he was working there. I don't know how it happened. I don't know what he did. I feel like maybe like Jedi mind tricks were involved. I don't know. But,
something. Most definitely, bro.
It's crazy out there though, for real.
Yeah, man. But yeah, we're gonna go on and make this podcast a little shorter than usual. Blue, do you have any more like final statements before we wrap up? Like, just keep your head up. I'm mad for you. Me and Joey are mad for you. Don't worry,
bro. We mad out here.
Your time will come, and hopefully you'll get to land something soon. I know you're anxious to work and whatnot, but just let it happen. Well, just let it come to you, if that makes any sense at all. I think you'll be fine. But
I haven't told you this yet, Blue, but I'm fully convinced that whenever you do land a job, you're going to be making much more money than pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
Like I could just see it being like that like Gohan and DBZ late bloomer kind of thing, where it's like,
oh, yeah.
we all hit Super Saiyan and we're all doing training, and you just like Super Saiyan 2, and we're like, damn.
Yeah.
Really though?
Yeah, we still big body. You got the Super Saiyan 2 going on, man.
Right. We still trying to figure out how to slim down. We out here eating too much.
But yeah, Blue, you got any closing thoughts, man?
Yeah, I know it's just really a matter of time before something comes up. As long as I keep working on my little hustle and whatnot, I just like you guys said, the frustration is just real.
Yeah.
But I do know that my time will come. I just gotta stay calm and maintain my humbleness. Just keep on moving forward.
Nah, forget being humble. F all that. You need to go in there. Next time you get an interview, you need to go in there. You need to be like, why do I want to work for you? And like low key, to anybody listening, that's actually a really good question to ask in interviews, because it like flips the script on them, and then they have to actually answer something instead of like grilling you and then like putting you through the ringer. But no, like real talk though, that's something that I think you should really ask. Like, why would I want to work for you?
I don't know, man. He doesn't really have experience yet. That could go.
You gotta go in confidence.
You gotta finesse it though. Resume, yeah,
you do gotta finesse it for sure.
But it's gonna be rather difficult. And they're gonna pull that card and you, you don't really have experience, so.
And that's when you flip a table and be like, I got experience in table flipping, bro. You trying to get flipped? Nah, don't do all that.
Just you'll know what to do when the time comes as well. You'll know. You'll just know. It's just like love. You'll just know. So
right. Finding a job is just like love.
Oh man.
But all right, let's go on and end it here, because I am quite starving right now, to be completely honest.
Boys on the prowl.
I know, right? And I always forget to say this, guys, so I'm gonna say it this time. We have a Google Play podcast subscription thingy, so definitely subscribe to that for the audio only version of this. If you want to watch this for whatever reason, I normally don't put clips in, but I might, I guess. But if you want to watch it, subscribe. All that information is either in some description, YouTube, Google Play. I'm gonna show you, bro. Don't even trip, bruh. But anyway,
hell yeah.
let's get out of here, y'all. We not complaining.
Oh wait, hold on. Before we just saying, don't forget, hit him up on Twitter. What's your?
Oh yeah,
Twitter?
I got a Twitter too, y'all. So
as long as we throwing plugs out there,
I know, right? So I'm gonna link it to you as well, and wherever you can read information for this podcast or video, it'll be at tjrages. tjrages. Follow, subscribe, all that junk.
Send in some questions. Send in.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too, bro. Okay, so.
All right. Marketing, like I want my first paycheck next week. I cannot be in marketing. Like.
All right, check this out, everybody. In order for us to give back to you, in a sense, you can use the Twitter account to ask us questions. Depending on how many we get in, say, I don't know, any given week or whatever, we'll either like speed round them, if I could speak English. We will either do that or just answer someone's question thoroughly. You know, we'll give like a short answer and then we'll give like an explanation behind it, because we probably didn't get enough questions that week. So do that.
Right.
If you need help, life tips, these guys, you know, Blue and Joey, they can help you with the relationship stuff, you know, stuff like that. Anything, just let us know, ask questions, and we're not complaining.
We just saying
no.
Peace.
Damn it.